Boom, rocks in the room. And you want to know what rhymes with commode? How about who's going to be the Amazon in the real estate brokerage space? Coming up in real estate news for real people, but are you a hot IA, a homeowner of the information age, interested in learning more about how to maximize your profit and minimize your stress in your greatest investment? Or if you want to know a little bit more about what you need to know before you need to know it about how to sell your house on your own, you're in the right place. I'm Rock, Florida. I'm a change agent, and I'm here to share hot tip 19 of how to sell your house on your own. And I've got the whole ebook, 101 tips, available in the link below. And also everything you need to sell a house fits on one sheet. It's there as well. But tip number 19, we're starting a 10 tip series on Know Thy Abode. Okay. It's real critical to know what it is that you're selling, preferably before the buyer finds out. So getting to know your house for the last time, you have a good understanding of real estate now. We've gotten some background of knowledge is power, and knowing some of the other tips along the way. But now it's time to know your house more like an asset, like the back of your hand. It's time to depersonalize it a bit and get real, get under the hood of it. Every house has warts and freckles and hidden defects. Houses are like people. They're a little messed up, okay? And you know your checklist of things that you haven't gotten around to and what, but the things that are going to be spotted by a buyer that you just need to knock out, know what those are. Make the list, okay? Whether you do them or not, you need to be honest and forthright with people at the front end. I prefer leading out with the weaknesses. You're building goodwill. You're trying to market things and go around the house upside down. I prefer in the course, the first course in the master class series is all about getting it pre-inspected by a professional. Quite frankly, that's the best investment you're going to make marketing your home, is if you know what you will and won't fix, get an independent third-party inspection. But you want to discover the defects before the buyer does. Okay, spare yourself some embarrassment and some of that leverage capability that you have, and don't underestimate the buyer's ability to see through the walls. Okay, tip number 19 is know thy abode. Know the warts and freckles. Get under the hood and know it better than they ever will before you get rid of it, because that's what you're trying to do. Depersonalize it. It's an asset. Find out where it needs to be fixed and what you're not going to do. So that's tip number 19. I'm here to teach you how to sell it on your own if you're so inclined. If you're like this person here that's thinking about jumping off and doing it on your own, you can do it. Okay, you don't want to do it off Hawksbill Craig there, because that's a long way down. But really, the first step is, taking and making the decision to do it. And I'm going to just ask you to ask me questions, leave comments, like, dislike, subscribe to my YouTube channel for a bunch of other actually more eloquently and well-prepared stuff about what it is that you may have wished you'd known before you need to know it. And real estate news for real people today, I want to give kudos to all, in whatever market you're in, there are alternative service providers than your big brands that you're accustomed to. I know a lot of you just assume 6% and you're just going to go with what you're comfortable with, or which logo or brand you're most, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams, Remax, whatever. You have friends and family that are flying under those banners. But I am encouraging you to check out the flat fee service providers, or the service providers that have it all under one umbrella. Okay, if it is about maximizing your return on investment, you can get your whole house sold for $2,000. You can do it yourself and keep your costs under $1,500. And that's taking care of all legal and paperwork issues that you're going to come up with along the way. However, let's go ahead and talk about some of these other players that are out there. To segue into this, I would like to, there's been some intense conversation flying back and forth between Redfin and Keller Williams. Okay, they kind of want to make things, different or more scalable or more comfortable for folks. But they had a conversation, the CEOs and presidents of those corporations had these executives debated the pros and cons of paying agents on salary versus having them work on commission. Okay, so ask your agent, how are you getting paid? Are you on salary or are you commission? Okay, there's a lot of reasons why you're going to want to do that, but the advocates for the seller model and for treating buyers and sellers as the customer is their mindset and motto at Redfin, where Keller Williams argues in favors of the commissions and said agents are their company's primary customers. Okay, so just so you know a little bit about what goes on in the dynamics of the agencies that you may be choosing, Keller Williams themselves said it. They look at their agents as the customers, not you, the client. And more and more people are merely customers and clients. You need to understand the difference there. But the other players that are coming into the space that you're going to want to be aware of, in the Colorado area, there's Trelora, there's Orchard, there's Homey. Orchard has bundled everything under one roof, right? Your agency, your titling, and your mortgaging, all under one roof, a one-stop shop. Okay, and they actually are advocates of empowering you to buy your home before you even need to sell the next one. And what they do is they leverage your equity and they give you the mortgaging rights to go ahead and make your acquisition subject to your sale with them in the future. Now that's Orchard, and that's a neat model. I really do admire it. They've scaled their processes and they're learning how to pass the savings on to and the ease of transaction onto their clients. And then there is the Homey. Homey is really cool because, again, one of the things I enjoy about Homey as a brokerage house is while they are bundling everything under one roof, your titling and mortgaging and agency such, when you go to sell a house with an agency service provider like Homey, I love that they are an advocate of selecting what you're going to pay the buyer's agent, right? They don't dictate that to you. There's a lot to be said for that. And they do it for a $2,000 flat fee because I want people to know one of the reasons I started generating a flat fee model was I understood that, you know what? Stick a sign in the yard, plug it into the MLS, you have inventory that generates buyers, buyer pay for everything. So at $2,000 or $2,500 is what I charge. But, that flat fee covers all marketing. And actually there's a margin there. And Homey has embraced that. They have a flat fee listing and they do full service representation of their clients. So check them out. And, back to the Amazon of real estate. Well, quite frankly, Amazon's probably going to get into that space. And if you get to where you're wanting to plug your house into eBay or Amazon or Facebook Marketplace or any place like that and are looking for alternative, more cost-effective measures where you can parse out your service selectors, you will still want to know everything that's on our one-sheet checklist. Everything you need to sell a house fits on one sheet, and it's in the link below. Also, these 101 tips that I'm providing is an ebook. It's a $20 value that I just want to give you. And I want people to know more about and be prepared to ask more questions about how you can better serve your family and build a legacy of teaching our children how they're going to go about selling their house. Because when Amazon opens up their marketplace for realty, okay, there won't be a need for licensure to post it. Okay, but you're still going to want to know how to package it properly, how to present it so that the buyers get what they need and still have a compelling reason to call you, and how to represent it through the process on a dime. You can do it. So I really appreciate you taking a moment to hopefully be educated and empowered to take this message out to whether you choose to do it or not. I'm here to serve. Ask questions, comment, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and really do make it a great day. And I pray blessings on you and your house. Peace out.